Hello again, this is Dragonist4 coming at you with another how to make tutorial, and today I'm covering how to make a rolla balance board. And they sell them in the marketplaces for about 150 bucks. If you make it yourself, not only can you customize it how you want it to be customized, but it's a lot more affordable. It'll run you only about 25 bucks maybe. So for those that want to try this out and do this, but can't afford to buy it in the stores, through the marketplace, I'll show you how to make an affordable one. Now, rolla, in case you don't know what it is, they use it in circuses a lot, and it's like a board that is on a cylinder that you're supposed to balance on, okay? And my version is more of a deluxe version, and here's what it looks like. Okay, here's the basic board that you stand on. Here's the tube, and I'll tell you how I did it. Okay, you'll need a piece of hardwood, preferably oak or something harder, so it won't break, okay? Approximately an inch thick. To get the length that you need, you want to determine how long you need your board. First off, you need a board that's wide enough that your foot could go on it comfortably, and maybe just have a slight bit of overhang from your toes on the edge. Or if you want to go a little wider, you can, but like a good basic board, you want it to have just about your foot length. Okay? To determine the width, what you need to do is stand on the ground with your legs spread apart, and you want to be able to stand there comfortably without feeling muscle strain in your thighs, for a couple of minutes. And if maybe try it in different positions, and then when you finally get to a position that you feel that you're not getting muscle strain from standing in that position, that's about the width you need. Plus, you'll need like about 2 inches on each side, so you'll have that width plus 2 inches on each side. Now, with this board, because like I said, this is more of a deluxe board. I made myself a deluxe one. What I did is I put a piece of bumper. I call it a bumper. I guess you would call it in like skateboard slang. It would be a bumper, but it's just another piece of wood that on each end that I put on each side. I didn't glue it down because of the fact that I wanted to make it so I could make this portable. So what I did is I put a lanyard under the wood. I didn't glue it down, so if the lanyard ever gets damaged, I could just take these bolts off. So you're going to need, if you're doing a deluxe version, and the advantage of having the bumper besides making it able to be portable and whatever, so you don't have, is the fact that when you're using it, it won't have a tendency to roll off the cylinder as easily. This bumper will stop it, and I'm a beginner at this, so I wanted to put the bumpers on it. And what I did is I clamped it down, I cut the wood to size, and I painted it, and then I clamped it down, and I drilled 3 holes in there, and I used 3/8 bolts and then washers, and these are the flathead ones. You could also use like carriage bolts or whatever, however you want to do it, and the size really doesn't matter either. And again, if you don't want to have these bumpers on, you don't have to, but it's a good option. And then after I bolted them on, I use what's known as an acorn bolt cap. Okay, so it's smoother. So that way, if you're using it indoors, it probably won't scratch up your flooring as bad. On carpet it probably wouldn't matter, but on flooring it might. So it might scratch it if you just have like the straight bolts by themselves. Okay, and as I said, I put the lanyards on both sides under it. before I bolted it down, so that way I can make it portable. I could attach it to a carabiner clip and whatever. On this side, what I did is I put some stair tread safety tread. You know, so it's like if you've ever seen a skateboard, it's like the same stuff they put on skateboards. It's that grippy stuff, you know, that grip stuff. Feels like sandpaper almost. And I went a little bit. This will usually stick out by itself. You could either get in a roll or in a preformed stair tread strip. And I cut off the yellow part. I thought it kind of looked weird. But anyways, okay, and I made it a little bit better because besides of just sticking it on, I drilled through it just a little bit, and then I put some screws into it to hold it in place, and that helps your positioning because your foot can feel where the position is, not only from the bolts if they're sticking up, but from these, and that way you'll know where your foot is, so it helps you with your balancing. And I also put them in the middle, so that way, again, you can kind of determine if you're looking down where the middle is by seeing these, you know, or you could mark them with a dot or something if you want, but it definitely helps when you're learning how to use this. Okay, now that's the board itself, and again, here's a tall look of it. All right, now to make the part that it rolls on, you'll need a thick piece of PVC. And usually these are like for main drain lines or something. You know, there's two different sizes of PVC that the bigger sizes that you could use. They're like the biggest ones that they got. And I put an end cap on mine on both sides, so you'll need a corresponding end cap to whatever size you use. And I drilled through it, put an eyelet on it, bolted it in place, you know, with a washer. And that way, if I want to, and I didn't glue it on, if I want to, I could take this off. Like, say, if I wanted to travel, you know, somewhere to do this on a show, or you know, or take it with me, you know, maybe use it in a park or whatever. And if I had like other stuff I wanted to use with it, I could maybe put it in there. Like if I had juggling balls or whatever, I could put them inside the pipe and then, you know, seal it off and take it off as in one kit, you know. And I just put duct tape, wrapped it with orange duct tape. You could use whatever color you want. And I wrapped the ends with green duct tape. Okay. And I put the eyelets on both sides so I can attach it to the board with a carabiner clip, you know, and just take the whole thing with me. And so I'll show you how you use it. Let me put this in a holder. Alright, so here's how you use the roller. You take the rolling part, put it on the ground, and you take your board, put it on top. Oh, and the length, before I do this, the length of the pipe should be with including the end cap. So if you put the end cap right against the board, you'll have about maybe 3-4 inches on the other side before the other end cap comes on. So it won't bind on the board, and again, the end caps are definitely help because it won't be as easy to slip off. Like if you're using it and your board goes like that, it probably will prevent it from slipping. So I would recommend for a beginner to use these. Okay, and now here's how you have to do it. You'll step on it on one side. And then you're going to have to step on this side, and it's a good idea to practice this in front of a wall so you can hold on to something, because it's not easy to do. And then you kind of have to lean down on the side that's shorter, and then you'll have to bring your body up on the longer side, and you have to try to like balance it and get this into the center, and I'll show you here. Like I said, I'm a beginner at this, so I mean, you can see, and you have to try to, you know, and again, it's not easy to do. You have to try to balance it out into the center like that, and you have to go back and forth with your weight in order to get it to balance, like I'm kind of doing right here. Okay? And hitting the bed here. All right. See, it's not easy to do. It is fun. And it may take you a while to get used to it. So again, and be careful because you don't want to fling yourself to the ground with this. It is kind of tricky. And like I said, I've only just started learning how to use these things, so yeah, I'm still working on it. But that's how you make them. And for weight restriction wise, oak and a good heavy oak or heavy wood probably would hold around maybe, I don't know, I'm not sure, but I'm about 245 on my weight. So, you know, if you weigh more than that, you can always probably either get a thicker board or double it up. And I'll show you how I attach it with the carabiner clips just a minute. I've got to get my clips here. And so for the carabiner clips, all I did is I put a lanyard through one of them, and then I just take the lanyard, and I just put the lanyard through the lanyard that's on the board, run it like that, and you know, and just either loop it on or clip it on. You can also clip it on like this. And then just clip it to the one end of the board like that. The other side will hang down. And then just put a carabiner clip through that end and then clip it to that end. Like I just did here. See? And you can see how I got it clipped through the lanyard, holding it on here, and then this hair. And so this forms like a loophole on this side because the lanyard's longer, so you could just carry it with you. You could even, like, wear it sort of like a backpack, just sling it over your shoulder, or you could actually clip it to a backpack if you wanted to with an extra carabiner clip. And that's so you could make it so you can just take it with you, you know. And again, if you want to make a simpler version, you don't have to put the end caps on if you want. If you don't want to put this on the block, you know, then don't. If you want to leave the grip tape off, you can leave it off. You know, you can make it as deluxe or as simple as you want to. But this is a more deluxe version. And that's how you make a rolla. And hopefully you guys will make yourselves one. Have some fun with it. Maybe do some juggling, or if you do anything else with rollas, you know, and maybe post a video. I would love to see it. Well, anyways, hope you enjoyed it. Bye.